Chapter 12. On the third planet lived a drunkard. The little prince's visit here was brief, and it left him feeling rather sad. "What are you doing?" he asked the drunkard, who sat quietly before an assortment of bottles, some full, some empty. "I am drinking," the drunkard replied. "Why are you drinking?" the little prince wanted to know. "To forget," replied the drunkard. "Forget what?" inquired the little prince, who was already feeling sorry for him. "Forget that I am ashamed," the drunkard confessed, hanging his head. "What are you ashamed of?" insisted the little prince, who wanted to help him. "Ashamed of drinking," said the drunkard, and then he was absolutely silent. The little prince went away, feeling rather confused. "Grown-ups really are peculiar," he said to himself as he resumed his travels. Chapter 13. The fourth planet belonged to a businessman. This man was so preoccupied that he did not even look up when the little prince arrived. "Hello there," the little prince said. "Your cigarette is out. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 and 7 make 12. 12 and 3 make 15. Oh, hello. 15 plus 7 is 22. 22 and 6 make 28. I do not have time to light it again. 26 and 5 make 31. Phew! That comes to 501 million. 622,000. 731. 500 million what? Eh? You are still here? 501 million. What was it? I have so much to do. I am very busy with important matters. I have no time to waste. 2 and 5 make 7. 501 million what? Repeated the little prince, who could never let go of a question. The businessman looked up. In all the 54 years I have spent on this planet, I have been interrupted only thrice. The first time was 22 years ago by an irate hornet from goodness knows where. It made the most frightful racket, and I made 4 mistakes in my sums. The second time was 11 years ago when I suffered an attack of rheumatism. I don't get enough exercise. I have no time to be lazy either. I have too many important things to do. The third time is, well, now. 501 million what? The businessman finally realized that there was no way he could avoid the question. Millions of those little objects in the sky. Flies? Oh no. The shiny ones. Are you talking about bees? No. The little golden objects that cause people to daydream. As for me, I have no time for that. I deal in matters of consequence. You mean the stars? Yes, the stars. And what will you do with 500 million stars? 501,622,731. I am concerned with serious matters. I am always exact. And what do you do with these stars? What do I do with them? Yes. Nothing. I own them. You own the stars? Yes. But I met a king who... Kings do not own. They rule. It's altogether different. And what good does it do to own stars? It makes me rich. And how does it help being rich? I can buy more stars, if any more are discovered. This man, the little prince said to himself, argues like the drunkard. He continued to ask more questions. How is it possible to own the stars? Who do they belong to? The businessman reported irritably. I don't know. To nobody. Then they belong to me. I was the first person to think of it. Is that it? Certainly. When you find a diamond that nobody claims, it becomes yours. When you discover an island that belongs to nobody, it is yours. When an idea comes to you before it does to anyone else, you put a patent on it. It too is yours. So, I own the stars because nobody else thought of owning them. Yes, I suppose that's true, said the little prince. And what do you do with the stars? I oversee them, replied the businessman. I count and recount them. It isn't easy work, but I am diligent. The little prince was not satisfied. If I have a scarf, he said, I could wrap it around my neck and take it with me. If I have a flower, I could pluck the flower and take it with me. But you cannot pluck the stars. No, but I can put them in the bank. Whatever do you mean? What it means is that I write the number of my stars on a little piece of paper, and then I put this paper in a drawer and lock it with a key. And that is all? That is enough, said the businessman. This is entertaining, thought the little prince. It is rather poetic, in fact. But it's of no great consequence. On important matters, the little prince's ideas were completely different from those of the grown-ups. I own a flower, he continued, that I water every day. I own 3 volcanoes, which I clean out every week. I also clean out the extinct one because one never knows. It is of some use to my volcanoes and to my flower that I own them. But you are of no use to the stars. The businessman opened his mouth, but there came no answer. So the little prince went away. Grown-ups are quite astonishing, he said to himself as he continued on his travels.